Alright, so if you are new to building, you need these in every single build. You will need 40 strength for unwavering resolve and showstopper, 50 fortitude for exoskeleton and to the finish, 25 agility for spine cutter and observation minimum, 25 willpower for disbelief, and then you will, if depending on your build and how much stat points you have, you will either go 25 intelligence or you will go 55 charisma. You will never go 25 charisma over 25 intelligence. The reason why I'll just read the copy pasta that I have down. 25 intelligence is mostly for ever-changing Aegis. The common argument for ever-changing Aegis is that it is a net negative against 2 or more attunements. So you also have to keep in mind the properties of Aegis. Ever-changing Aegis will proc on parries, it will proc on blocks, and it will proc on the second hit of any multi-hit mantra. So let's just look at the numbers already. What will provide you more? 20% less damage or 10% more damage? I mean, obviously 20% is the bigger number here. If you're against a dual attunement user, Aegis is going to be net neutral at worst. And this is also assuming you have never parried or blocked anything, or they are using attunementless. The only realistic scenario here, unless you're terrible, is case 2, which they're using attunementless. But just remember, even though you may not benefit from this, you will be able to benefit from Perfect Flash, which is 25% more damage above 95% more health, and also Light Speed Reflexes, which fainting gives auto parry windows. All right, so let's look at what 25 charisma offer us. Tough Love and Charismatic Cast. Tough Love is going to give you 3 seconds of charm if your opponent has disbelief. Your opponent will always have disbelief. Disbelief is always run on every single build. On every single PvP build, that is. And then 5% extra damage on your mantras. It sounds good on paper, but if you consider the 3-second charm window and then the damage nerf on the mantras, the 3 seconds is not enough to warrant the 25-point investment, which is why people will aim for 55 charisma so that they can get lasting charisma, which will make the 3 seconds to 8 seconds when they're running disbelief. Alright, so now that you have these are your basic stats that you will always run in a build. So let's say we want to run 55 charisma build. Alright. If you are running a charisma build, I like running Canna. A basic formula for almost any single attunement build with charisma is 40 strength, 15 fortitude, 40 willpower, 55 charisma, 1 agility. Just choose one in any of these. We'll just do like frost draw, and then let's do medium. This is a basic formula for almost any medium or light weapon single attunement build. It will shrine out to 20. You go to 25 agility from here, 50 fortitude, and then you can just go 80-80 for level 5 mantras, and then you will have another 25 points left, so you can put this wherever. So like if you decide to run Iron Sing instead, you can go 100 Iron Sing, and then 80 medium weapon, 50 fortitude, 25 agility, etc. And you could run like 25 strength here. You could also get Jet Striker. You can go 50-50 here. And then 80-80 here. Or let's say you wanted to do a heavy weapon. Do that. You can go 80 Frost Draw here. You can go 80 heavy weapon. 25 strength, so you can get like destructive recovery if you wanted to, which is good on Greatsword. You will always try to want to get this on Greatswords. You can go 25 agility here, 50 fortitude. You have 20 points left, so you can go like 40 agility for Ghost, and then you can just put it rest in the Frost Draw. Another formula you can do is, this is typically for like ganks. So I'll go 1 Thundercall here. You will go 40 strength, 1 fortitude, 65 agility, 1 willpower, and 55 charisma. You shrine that out, you will get 25 willpower after that, 50 fortitude, and 80 in your investment, weapon and attunement investments. And then finally, you can go like 25 strength for destructive recovery, or you'll have those extra 7 points left, so you can put them almost wherever you want. For example, if you had, let's say you were running light weapon, Shadowcast, you can go 25 charisma here, 25 willpower for disbelief, 50 fortitude, of course 80-80, and then you have 7 points left, so you can put like 5 for nullifying clarity, and if you really want to, you can just put the extra 2 there to even it out, or just 82 Shadowcast. But again, we will also go over meta talents that you will always need in your build. Alright, so if you did the charisma formula that I told you how to do, these are going to be your basic talents that you will always pick. Just from your stats, this is not including weapon or attunement talents. For ganks, you will always want to run Condition Runner. You can run Ghost on the 65 agility formula that I showed you. You will typically never run Dazing Finisher. Champion's Regalia is always pick up. Grand Support if you have Reinforce. Spine Cutter you always take. You do not need Tap Dancer. Fishman for the extra health. Exoskeleton and to the finish for self-explanatory reasons. Neuroplasticity for the extra wildcard slot. Thresher Claws is just more free damage. Going Nowhere is droppable because you have Showstopper, but you can take both. You can drop Going Nowhere if you are tight on talents though. Always take Bulldozer or Dazing Finisher, but you will always take Bulldozer on 95% of your builds. Golden Tongue is droppable in ganks. Blood Iron Spirit for the health. Cheap Shot for the extra pen. Speed Demon and Air Counter, which will shut down people who try to run away by climbing, and this is just extra damage when you have speed boost. Chronostasis for the posture, and Scuba Drowner for the extra health. And the common talents, you will always try to aim get Kickoff, but this is a droppable talent as you can get it from an armor piece called Delver Duster, which will give you this talent. Battle Tendency and Moving Fortress for the extra fortitude. Not the extra fortitude, the extra posture. Harsh Response for more parry. For more posture. Duelist Swing for more posture to work with. Charge Return can be taken, but is a droppable talent. Last Resort you always want to take. Aggressive Posture, you will only take this on heavy and light weapons. You always take Anxious Guard and Old Habits. Breathing exercise for the 5+ health, and disbelief because it cuts charm in half. You will always go this talent on every single build, no matter what. Gorman for the extra posture, berserker, which gives you extra damage resistance whenever you knock someone or just like one-shot anything in general. So you could just say you one-shot a random Arisia bandit for 20% damage resistance. Plunging knockout because it gives you like an extra bar of HP. Armor conserver is only needed on ganks if you are an Iron Sing build. Padded armor and steel scales can be taken, but are droppable if you are Titan talents. Always take fast blade. Always take pocket bombs and unwavering resolve because that gives you more posture to work with too. Turtle shell and Knight's Rally, you will always take turtle shell unless the weapon you are using is forced to one hand. This will be weapons like just almost any light weapon in general, or if you're using like Rail Blade, which is forced to one hand. Another medium weapon that is forced to one hand is Purple Cloud, but otherwise you will always take these if you are able to use it. Magical Resolve because this is a very good talent. And then Bear Trap. These are all the talents that you will typically take in your 55 charisma, 65 agility, and 40 strength formula. So, let's say you want to run int instead. The talents that you would take with intelligence will vary a little bit, but I will show you the extra talents that show up. So of course, Ever-Changing Aegis is an always must take. The only reason you would not take this talent is if you are specifically only boss raiding, but it is very good. You will always take this. Perfect Flash can be dropped in ganks, but is good for Chime. You always want to take this in Chime. And then the other intelligence, you can take Eureka again. Keep in mind that this does scale with intelligence. And then Lightspeed Reflexes is also very good to take. And then Ether Blade and Ether Conduit, you can take these. If you are not running 30 intelligence, you will only be able to get access to Ether Blade to these. You will only be able to get these. If you're running 25 intelligence, you don't need anything else. Take the Potion Quaffer talents, I guess, but you will typically have like 80 intelligence, which will vary for Salt Chemist, of course, but just for 25 intelligence, you will always take these. So now we're going to go into how much talents are actually preference and how much of it is actually like optimized, how much of them you actually will pick up manually. Some people make the argument that talents are just preference. They are not preference. You will want to handpick almost every single talent. So, just as an example, I'll run the basic formula that I showed you guys, and this will just be a Jet Striker Chime build. After picking mantras, I'm just gonna pick some mantras: Gale Lunge, Astral Wind, Rising Wind, say Revenge, Wind Passage. Oh, also need to pick up Neuroplasticity because this is the extra wildcard slot. Again, just picking random mantras. Don't actually take these mantras too seriously. Oath mantras, they will not add up to your deck, so you'll have 6 talents. If you are running a normal mantra that you can just get normally, like Gale Lunge, an Attunement mantra, or stat mantra like Strength mantra, or medium weapon mantra, it will take up 2 talents in your final deck. If it is an Oath mantra though, it will not. But anyways, you have 6 talents. So if this is going to be a Chime build, Condition Runner is disabled in Chime. Never take it. You only need Endurance Runner from that trait. So I want Ghost. I will go Bulldozer on this one instead. I will go with Spectropath on this build. Chamstergalia, Spine Cutter. I'm going Reinforce, so I will take Grand Support. Fishman to the finished exoskeleton, Thresher Claws, not Silencer Blade, Bulldozer, Golden Tongue. Always try to get this on Chime builds. Blood Iron, Spectre Path, Speed Demon, Chronostasis, Scuba Drowner, Showstopper, Battle Intensity, Moving Fortress, Harsh Response, Duelist Stance, Charge Return, Kill Breath from Bounded. Take these. These do not add up to your final selection. You only need to worry about this number right here. Ignore these. Ignore these. You only need to focus on max 6 talents and obtain talents. Again, they do not add up to your final count. Inhale, Aftercut. Air Pressure, Wind Step. Last Resort. Take all of these. Disbelief and Breathing Exercise, Gorman. Battered Armor and Armor Conserver. You can take Armor Conserver and Chime. Fast Blade. Unwavering, Pocket Bombs, Turtle Shell, Apparitions, Magical Resolve, and Bear Trap. And then I will also want to run a Wisp on this too, actually, so I will run Will-O-Wisp and Gale-Wisp. Alright, and look at that. I only have like one extra talent that I can pick, because everything else is pretty much necessary. So, if I want to fill this up, if this was a light weapon, I wouldn't have any extra talents left, because I would have gone aggressive posture. Every talent you pick, there's an optimal way to pick it. You will almost never have extra talents. The only situation where you have extra talents is if you are running a Silent Heart build. A Silent Heart medium build. That is probably the only scenario where you will have a couple extra talents. But otherwise, just remember that necessary for every build when you start build making: 40 strength, 50 fortitude, 25 agility, 25 willpower, and then either 25 intelligence or 55 charisma. The rest of the stats you can go invest wherever. Goodbye.